Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. If you can find a seat, we would encourage you please take your seats if you can find some. We do have another room right across the hallway, and there are some additional chairs over there. If you're a person who needs to sit, there are more chairs over in our West hearing room. We will be live streaming the ceremony on a screen over there as well. You'll also get first dibs on the refreshments. So please come in, find a seat. If you can squeeze in and be cozy with your neighbor, that would be great. If you prefer to stand at the back of the room, there is room over there as well. Staff would be more than happy to guide you over to the West Hearing Room if there's anybody that wants to take advantage of that additional space over there. On behalf of the Arapahoe County Board of County Commissioners, thank you for being here this evening. Tonight is a very special occasion for Arapahoe County. This will be a public meeting, and it is being live streamed. Like I said, it's being recorded. Just like our typical Tuesday mornings, I'm going to call to order this public hearing. We have quite an extensive number of ceremonies to take place, but we also have some routine business that we need to take care of as well. So I would ask that you bear with us until we finish going through the consent agenda, and then we'll be adjourning, okay? Thank you. I'm going to call to order this public meeting of the Arapahoe County Board of County Commissioners for the January 8th, 2019. To my left is the County Attorney, Ron Carl. To my far right is Jolene Sanchez, the Assistant Clerk to the Board. Ms. Sanchez, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Jackson? Here. Commissioner Holland?
Here.
Commissioner Sharp? Here. Commissioner Conti?
Good evening.
Good evening. Commissioner Baker?
Here. Would everyone please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you again, everyone, for being here tonight for our swearing-in ceremony. Please join me in welcoming our former Arapahoe County elected officials who are here with us this evening. I know we have former Commissioner Lynn Meyer and former Commissioner Polly Page. Our honored guests of the evening, John Bragney, former Commissioner John Bragney. Thank you. Are there any other former county elected officials lurking out there anywhere? If not, our honored guests of the evening are, of course, Commissioners-elect Nancy Jackson and Nancy Sharp. And our new assessor, P.K. Kaiser. Clerk and Recorder Joan Lopez. And Sheriff Tyler Scott Brown. I'd also like to recognize our fellow elected officials from around the county. I know that we have Mayor Ron Rakowski from Greenwood Village here. Mayor Stephanie Pico from City of Centennial. And our DA, George Brockler, is here tonight. We also have City Council member Kathy Turley. Sorry. Are there any other elected officials here tonight?
Lorette Barentine with the City of Inglewood,
thank you. Mike Sutherland?
Yes.
Excellent. And I also want to point out that Dr. Kelly Lear is here tonight to be sworn in, one of our honored guests. Sorry. Before we commence with are there any state representatives here tonight? State representatives, senators? Okay, good. I think I've covered everybody there. Before we commence with swearing in our new elected officials, I'd like to reflect on 2018 and share some of our accomplishments. From the Sheriff's Office, we celebrated the opening of the Unified Metropolitan Forensic Crime Lab, a collaborative effort with Douglas County and the City of Aurora. The Crime Lab will better serve our 18th Judicial District with timely evidence processing and other forensic capabilities. Additionally, the Sheriff's Office has more than doubled the number of school resource officers deployed in our schools, keeping our children and educators safe. Congrats to all the Sheriff's Office staff, and thank you to Dave Walter for his service and dedication to our community. We are also very proud of our Public Works and Development Department for accomplishing the esteemed accreditation status with the American Public Works Association. Not only are they accredited, they're a model agency with an impressive 23 practice areas, making them a leader in the industry. Our Clerk and Recorder's Office conducted 2 major elections last year, converted to a modern computer system, preserved treasured land records from the 1800s, and led the charge to have the popular Motor Vehicle Express kiosks installed at local King Soopers. What wonderful and modern conveniences the team brought to our citizens. Congratulations to them, and thanks to the popular Fall Festival at the 17 Mile House for the 7th year in a row. More than $17 million was shared back or distributed through $1 million of funding to Habitat for Humanity projects, collected and distributed more than $40 million in unpaid child support, and placed more than 15,500 people into employment opportunities through Arapahoe Douglas Works. Our IT department worked behind the scenes with Public Works and Human Services Association of Medical Examiners, and having all of their investigative staff certified through the American Board of Medical Death Investigators. Like many others, the Coroner's Office also implemented new systems last year to help improve efficiencies with record keeping. Congratulations to Dr. Lear and her staff. The Treasurer's Office handled the new federal and state tax laws with grace and efficiency, processing more than 2,000 payments in just 2 weeks. And they issued 240,000 tax notices on behalf of more than 400 taxing entities in Arapahoe County. In the Assessor's Office, new legislation had an impact on auditing and reporting requirements for the senior exemption program. Nearly 30,000 seniors were affected by this, and under Mark Scott's leadership, the team handled the changes with grace. Thank you to Mark Scott for your service and commitment to the citizens of Arapahoe County. These are just some of the highlights from last year. Our staff work very hard every day on behalf of our citizens, and we thank all of our staff for their dedication. Now I would like to introduce Chief Judge Michelle Amico, who will preside over the ceremony. Chief Judge Amico presides over the 18th Judicial District, which includes Arapahoe, Douglas, Elbert, and Lincoln counties. Please welcome Chief Judge Amico.
Thank you, Commissioner Baker. Good evening, everyone. I actually got the microphone to work. That's the first. I'm technologically challenged a little bit. My name is Michelle Amico. I'm the Chief Judge of the 18th Judicial District. Probably my outfit that I'm wearing this evening might have given me away a little bit tonight. It is truly my honor and my privilege to be here. Thank you so much for the invitation to come for this swearing-in ceremony. Not only am I the Chief Judge of the 18th Judicial District, but Arapahoe County has been my home for over 20 years. I live right up the street in Old Town Littleton, so it's the first time I didn't have to use MapQuest to figure out where I was going for a particular meeting this evening. So sincerely, both professionally and personally, my thanks to all of you who serve the citizens of this amazing county. So let's get our newly elected officials sworn in this evening. We're going to start with our county commissioners, and we are going to start with the office of Arapahoe County Commissioner for District 2. Ms. Sharp, will you come on down? And if you'll raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Nancy N. Sharp,
I, Nancy N. Sharp,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
by the ever-living God
by the ever-living God
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and of the State of Colorado,
and of the State of Colorado,
and will faithfully perform the duties
and will faithfully perform the duties
to the best of my ability
to the best of my ability
of the office of Commissioner, District 2,
of the office of Commissioner, District 2,
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
Congratulations. Pictures. And Commissioner Sharp, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you. Thank you, Judge Amico. I appreciate it. You know, this is, I have to really thank my daughter, Ellen, one of my daughters that was able to be here, and my grandson, Andrew. They're holding down the fort for us here in Colorado. The rest of my kids live elsewhere. And to thank everybody who really helped me so much last year. It was, as most of you all know, a really hard year for me, and I could not have made it here today without the help and support and love and appreciation of so many people. I'm going to try not to. But if my husband could have been here, he would have been sitting right over there, smiling and very happy that not only did we win, but it's over, which I think is one of the, after running so many campaigns, that to have this, to have one finished. I feel like I am truly blessed to work with some absolutely wonderful people that truly helped me, pulled me over the finish line this year. and my fellow elected officials from across the county, the elected officials that are leaving. I have tremendous respect and admiration for each and every one of them. I look forward to working with our newly elected officials to keep this county a really strong and great county, the one that we have been and will continue to be. And so thank you very, very much for being here. I have to say that from our employee standpoint, you'll never work with greater people than we have here in Arapahoe County. Every single day they help us as a board and other elected officials to make good decisions for our citizens, and that's all we're trying to do, is make the best decisions that we can. So I want to thank our staff and all of you all for being here, and thank you very much.
All right. For the office of Arapahoe County Commissioner, District 4, Ms. Jackson, will you please come on down? All right. Ready, if you'll raise your right hand for me. I, Nancy Jackson,
I, Nancy Jackson,
do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the state of Colorado,
and the state of Colorado,
and will faithfully perform the duties
and will faithfully perform the duties
to the best of my ability
to the best of my ability
of the office of Commissioner, District 4,
of the office of Commissioner of District 4,
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Picture, we have to pose. And if you'd like to say a few words.
You may know I'm a former teacher, so, of course I had to write some notes. They're only 6 or 7 pages, so. At any rate, first of all, I want to thank my family that's sitting here in the front row, and for their amazing support and their love and their encouragement. They inspire me every day. They really do. So thank you guys. I also want to thank, as Commissioner Sharp said, the amazing staff, many of whom are standing in the back and sprinkled throughout the audience, who are the most brilliant, caring, and dedicated folks you would ever want to meet. They, too, inspire us every day. I wanted to say I don't come out of a political background, but I really like to educate, and so when I go to community meetings, people ask me 3 questions. First one is, what do county commissioners do? Because nobody knows, and maybe some of you here would like to ask that question too, but are afraid to ask. Why did I run? And what are my top challenges? So those are the things that I could spend 4 hours talking about, but I won't do that. I just want to say what we do. Here's what I sort of wrote. Although very few people actually know what we do, all that we do day in and day out is to serve the citizens of Arapahoe County. That's why we exist. Every day, our county services touch each one of you in ways that you probably don't even recognize. Why did I run? I'm I ran and I became a commissioner partly because of the inspirations through my life, because of my kind and generous grandfather, because of being in Girl Scouts and volunteering and going to Pueblo one time and visiting the institution there and other kinds of experiences like that. I was inspired. It was like a gift for public service. That's kind of the thread that has run through my life. So over the years, I've sharpened and honed this vision and have had a lot of adventures, but the thread is always tikkun olam, that we should repair the world, that we should leave the world better than the world that we came into. And that's each of our duties, and I take that very, very seriously. So what we do, we don't do for personal glory or enrichment, certainly because nobody knows what we do anyway. But because we are called to serve, we're called to work with our communities to make lives better. So it's an honor to be a part of this amazing county, to work alongside of our wonderful, amazing staff. And I want to thank you personally for your trust and for the honor of serving in this amazing capacity. I look forward to the next 4 years and working with our new elected officials in all the ways we work together to make life better for all of us. So thank you.
Okay, for the office of Arapahoe County Assessor, will P.K. Kaiser please come forward? Welcome. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Ready?
People are my friends are bringing some books which they like to be here today. We're good. I'll keep it in hand.
And if you raise your hand for me. I, P.K. Kaiser,
I, P.K. Kaiser,
do solemnly affirm
that
I will support the Constitution of the United States
I will support the Constitution of the United States
and of the state of Colorado,
and the state of the Colorado,
and will faithfully perform the duties
and I faithfully perform the duties
to the best of my ability
of
the office of Arapahoe County Assessor,
Arapahoe County Assessor,
upon which I am about to enter. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you so much.
We have to take a picture. If you'd like to say a few words.
Thank you. Good evening, my friends. It's my honor to be your assessor. You have bent the arc of history towards a more democratic and more representative county government. If somebody asks you what is inclusion and what is diversity in politics, tell them what you have witnessed today here. Election is over. Election is over, and I'm about to get to work to make sure assessor office is more accessible to everyone in this county. To make sure assessor office is more transparent and I'm planning to turn assessor's office into a place where all the property assessment will be done in very professional manner, where every appeal will get a fair treatment, where all the taxpayer questions will be answered and all their suggestions and their concerns will be addressed, and where all the assessor's office staff will be well taken care of for their professional development and growth. with God helping me, I will not let you down. I'll play by the rule, I'll follow the law, and will never ever let you down. Thank you so much for being here today.
Okay, for the office of the Arapahoe County Clerk and Recorder, Ms. Lopez, please come on down.
This is my daughter, Sarah.
Well, hi, Sarah. Nice to meet you. You ready? Okay. I, Joan Lopez,
I, Joan Lopez,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and of the state of Colorado,
and the state of Colorado,
and will faithfully perform the duties
and faithfully perform the duties
to the best of my ability
to the best of my ability
of the office of Arapahoe County Clerk and Recorder,
of the office of the Arapahoe County Clerk and Recorder,
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
Congratulations. Like I say a few words?
So, sorry. This is awesome. So this is the second time I ran for this office. And thanks to Sarah for putting up with all the beatings. Like, oh my God, I have to bring my phone, and do you have earphones? And but she's amazing. This is my career. This is something that I've fought for 6 years, and I want to thank all the voters. David, I saw you. David, you're awesome. You did everything you could to help us win, and I appreciate it. Thanks, Dad, for opening your wallet. Thanks to my mother-in-law for making 15 handmade fans. 15,000, that's right. Sorry. I'm sure my 3 minutes is up. But thank you so much. Thank you for your vote. Thank you so much.
Where is our amazing county coroner, Dr. Lear, for the office of the Arapahoe County Coroner? Come on over. You ready? Yes. If you raise your right hand. I, Kelly C. Lear,
I, Kelly C. Lear,
do solemnly affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and of the state of Colorado, and will faithfully perform the duties to the best of my ability of the office of Arapahoe County Coroner, upon which I am about to enter. Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations.
So I'm just going to try to stand here and not make this squeak too much. It is truly an honor to be sworn in again tonight for my second term as Arapahoe County Coroner. This year actually marks my 15th year with the county, so I have spent I'd like to say most of my adult life, but most of my post-training and schooling life with Arapahoe County. I'd like to thank everybody that helped me along the way and has supported and encouraged me, particularly my family. They've been obviously big support to me. My friends, my colleagues within the county. I can't imagine working in a better environment and with better people throughout all of the departments and throughout all of our partner agencies as well. That includes other municipalities as well as other departments that we work with on a daily basis. And particularly I would like to thank our staff of the coroner's office. I truly am very proud of the work we do and very proud of the work that they do. They're the ones that really carry the burden, and they're the ones that have to talk to families on the worst day of their lives. They're out there dealing with these families when they're trying to deal with the loss of a loved one. So their support and their dedication to our office means an incredible amount to me. As many of you have heard me say, I am a medical physician. I did not go to medical school to be a politician. My office should not be a political office, even though we are currently saddled with this outdated coroner system. Arapahoe County has at least had the foresight to elect a forensic pathologist and a medical doctor to that office for greater than 30 years. Thank you. Yes. I think that's definitely something that is important to us as the third largest county. We deal with more deaths, sadly, than most of the other counties in the entire state, and that requires somebody with medical training to lead the office and make those medical decisions. As Nancy Jackson educated us, that the commissioner's job is to make the lives of these citizens better. Sadly, it's my job to make the deaths of our citizens better. And it sounds morbid, but it's true, because it really should be a time where the families are met with somebody who knows what they're doing, who can deal with them with respect and courtesy and know what they're going through. As a public health physician, it's very important for that to happen. You know, we are being faced with the national opioid epidemic. You know, we see more opioid deaths than we ever have in past years. We also have a regional suicide rate that's higher than the national averages. These are things that my office and my staff deal with on a daily basis, and I do mean daily basis. Today we had a gentleman who looks like he could be an overdose. We also had a gentleman who committed suicide, and that's what we do every day, and it's important for me to be here and to be in this office to maintain our national standards that are providing our citizens the best care in this moment. And it's an honor for me to be here for those families who are mourning their loved ones. So thank you.
Okay, last but certainly not least, Mr. Brown, come on forward. Ready? I, Tyler Scott Brown,
I, Tyler Scott Brown,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
by the ever-living God
by the ever-living God
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and of the state of Colorado,
and the state of Colorado,
and will faithfully perform the duties
and will faithfully perform the duties
to the best of my ability
to the best of my ability
of the office of Arapahoe County Sheriff.
the office of Thank you, everyone. As I stand here humbled by the task and the great opportunity to serve the citizens of Arapahoe County, I'd first like to thank Sheriff Dave Welcher for his many years of service to the citizens of Arapahoe County and to the state of Colorado. I'm excited for the opportunity I have to work with the finest law enforcement officers in the United States. I want to thank them for their dedicated service on a continual basis that makes Arapahoe County one of the safest counties to live in. I look forward to continuing our partnerships with all of our surrounding municipalities and organizations that we assist and that assist us. I look forward to our continued partnership with the City of Centennial. We are committed to ensuring that Arapahoe County stays one of the safest counties to work, live, and raise families. I want to thank the many friends that I've made over this campaign period. I'd also like to thank all the constituents of Arapahoe County. And finally, I'd like to thank my family, my mother and father who instilled a civil service duty and that I will continue on. And I'd also like to take a special moment to thank my wonderful wife and our 2 children. So they're our last. I want to say thanks. I'm the last thing keeping you from cookies and juice across the hall. So again, thank you, and I look forward to serving every one of you.
I don't think we have anybody else, right? Unless anybody needs to get married or anything this evening before I get rid of this robe. Thank you all again so much for having me.
Thank you, Judge Amico. I also want to congratulate our treasurer, Sue Sandstrom, for her reelection. She was officially sworn in before the first of the year based on state law that requires the county treasurers to be sworn in. But we want to say thank you and congratulate Sue Sandstrom. So congratulations to everyone here tonight, and thank you, Judge Amico. One more round of applause for them. Like I said, we do have some business to take care of, so we ask for your patience as we get through this. The next thing on our agenda is selection of the chair of the Board of County Commissioners for the year 2019. The board recognizes Commissioner Nancy Sharp for the purpose of making a nomination motion for chair.
I am privileged to nominate Commissioner Jeff Baker to be our chair in 2019, and I would ask for a second.
Second. Motion made by Commissioner Sharp, seconded by Commissioner Conti. All in favor? Aye. That motion carries unanimously. Thank you. I would like to make a nomination motion for the position of Chair Pro Tem for Commissioner Nancy Jackson.
I will second that nomination.
Motion made by Commissioner Baker, seconded by Commissioner Holman. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed or abstentions? That motion carries unanimously. And the chair recognizes Commissioner Kathleen Conti for the purposes of making a nomination motion for the position of Finance Officer.
Mr. Chair, I move that we nominate Ms. Nancy Sharp for that position of Finance Manager.
And I will second that motion. All in favor? Aye. That motion also carries unanimously. Is there a second? So that motion was made by Commissioner Baker, and the second was, the motion was made by Commissioner Conti, seconded by Commissioner Baker, and that motion carries unanimously. The next thing on our agenda tonight, let me look at my schedule here. Sorry about that. Are there modifications to the agenda this morning, Mr. Carl? Or
No.
This afternoon, evening?
There's no modifications to the agenda.
I would entertain a motion to adopt the agenda as presented.
I move to approve the agenda as presented.
Motion made by Commissioner Sharp, seconded by Commissioner Jackson. All in favor? Aye. Any abstentions or objections? There are none. That motion carries. We have 2 sets of minutes to approve this evening. The first one is from the Board of County Commissioners public meeting from the November 20th meeting, and Nancy Sharp was absent and excused during that meeting. Are there any questions or comments about those minutes? Motion made by Commissioner Holland to approve those minutes and seconded by Commissioner Jackson. All in favor? Aye. That
Abstain.
and one abstention from Commissioner Nancy Sharp. We have a second set of minutes to approve from December 4th. We did have a full board. Any questions or comments?
Mr. Chair, I'd move approval of those minutes.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Conti, seconded by Commissioner Jackson. All in favor? Aye. That motion, any abstentions or objections? That motion carries. This is the time that we've set aside for any citizen comment. Citizens are invited to speak to the commissioners on non-agenda items. There's a 3-minute time limit per person, and we have some lights up here. We have a red light and a yellow light. The yellow light will come on when you have 30 seconds left of your 3 minutes, and the red light will come on when you've used your entire amount of time. Are there any citizens here that would like to speak to the Board of County Commissioners? Good evening, Ms. Fay.
Good evening, Commissioners. Cecilia Zapata, I'm the Administrative Support Supervisor in the Arapahoe County Board of County Commissioners Administration Office, and reading into the record for citizen J.M. Fay. Address is 2575 South Syracuse Way, Denver, Colorado 80231. Commissioners, there is something wrong when a person with a disabled placard visible in their car gets towed with the help of their sheriff's department because they were in a reserved disabled parking space. When 18 days earlier, another deputy said Colorado has no reserved disabled parking spaces. Told this to the nasty neighbor who called and helped with the sheriff to tow our car and our HOA as well. This was August. The week before Christmas, we came home from getting drugs at Ann Schultz to get the flu. The first day out in about 10 was the Friday after Christmas to get orders off, get groceries, run errands, etc. Came back to find someone occupied in the second disabled space. Took the sheriff an hour plus to come by and ticket the car, but this car was not towed, we don't believe. So we who was still with a bad case of the flu, which we still have today, and it's 10 degrees or less outside, didn't have a parking space. We had to walk with tons of packages from Yale, the closest parking space. Do you really think that was right of our sheriff's department, not to ticket and tow the car who didn't have the right to park in the space while our car was illegally towed by the same department? The nonsense going on with this county and us needs to stop. We do believe over 22 and a half years is more than long enough. When you have cleaned up this mess, please don't forget you have a library mess to clean up. By the way, Sheriff Walter was asked several weeks ago to clean up the mess before he left. As usual, he, like the 5 of you, have a problem of doing this, and we don't know why, when you are the ones who created this mess to begin with. Meanwhile, we can't park in the disabled space by F for any length of time because we are afraid F102 alters the disabled parking sign for the 3rd time. The sheriff feels he can call and get our car towed, and they go ahead and help tow our car for the 2nd time, just like our nasty neighbor. We are at Ann Schultz every 2 weeks or less these days. Without a car, it's 2 buses and a walk long to where we need to go, and a long walk to where we need to get to each way, and during the winter time. And with us being sick with the flu, we can't afford to have our car towed. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you, Ms. Fay. Are there any other citizens that would like to address the Board of County Commissioners on any non-agenda items? Seeing none, we will proceed with approval of the consent agenda. Have any commissioners have any questions about the consent agenda? I would entertain a motion.
Mr. Chair, I move approval of the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Conti, seconded by Commissioner Holland. All in favor? Aye. Any abstentions or objections? Seeing none, that motion carries. We've gotten through the consent agenda. There are no general business items. Are there any commissioner comments? Commissioner Holland.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. What we witnessed tonight was the end of a great process of democracy in this county and in this nation. I think it behooves us all to recognize the hard work that each of the candidates, those who won and also those who ran and didn't win, that this is an important day, that we're able to recognize that the democratic process was successful. There was no overthrow, there was no violence, and we will have a group of very dedicated public servants to continue what this country is all about, and that's a democratic process. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Holland. Are there any other commissioner comments at this time? Seeing none, we are adjourned and can have cookies.